Hi there, Scorpio. Thank you so very much for tuning in. This is your mid-September reading. Let's get right into it. Now, I was meditating on your energy, Scorpio, before I turned on the camera, and I was hearing critical mass efforts. Something is at its capacity, and I was shuffling before I turned on the camera, and the Two of Swords popped out, upright, overlaying the Six of Swords in reverse, okay, with a Nine of Cups in reverse, all right, and I was having a sip of water, and I guess a little drop dripped on the table and remained, and this Nine of Cups just slid right over it, sort of in slow motion. Okay, so there's this emotional dimension that is a focus here, and a question of almost how do I'm hearing, how do I begin again? How do I start all over? I'm hearing five paces back. Now you have here, let's take a look, the Three of Pentacles upright, and the Magician, okay, sitting right at the base of this Three of Pentacles. How do I begin again? Now there is a questioning. I'm hearing a questioning system, a questioning of beliefs, of belief systems as it pertains to our emotional method, okay, methodology, how we treat our emotions, how we harness the emotional component, okay, to how we experience life. Now you have here Judgment. Right over this Mother of Pentacles, right over this Two of Cups upright, right over the Chariot in reverse. There is a decision, Scorpio. Okay, and I almost said Capricorn, so take it as you will, but there is a decision, and the clarity is that it's no clearer than it is now, that the decision must be made on how the progress is to be made. As it pertains to this emotional dimension that may have to do with the past, okay, I'm hearing a long time coming, all right, and a long time going as well. Now, let's see what comes through for you, Scorpio. We'll pull the Celtic Cross, but first another card wants to pop out for you. It's the Two of Wands in reverse, two twos here on the table. Two twos, the Hierophant. Okay, this is Taurus's card, right overlaying this Two of Wands in reverse. Scorpio, you're getting down to it. Okay, you're getting down to it, and you're not listening to what others see for you. Okay, in terms of whatever this emotional propensity is and has been, and how it is that you want to restructure. Okay, I'm hearing in the stratosphere. So, what you're dealing with is perhaps even otherworldly in a certain dimension. Okay, and it requires of you to take stock of things that have no stock value. Okay, take it as you will, but there is this just heightened awareness that it doesn't matter what others recognize in the rebuilding of your world, because what you see for yourself shows itself at heights that no one, I'm hearing, knows how to reach but you. It's like this, Scorpio. It's like this. It's like you have like this like mountain that you always climb. It's like your favorite terrain, whatever it is, right? And some sort of peak on land that you habitually visit, okay, and you visited it so many times that it's become your playground, and there you have the nooks and crannies of this terrain that you familiarized yourself with, to the point of feeling that I'm hearing it's like you're calling it your home. It feels like it's I'm hearing you feel when in this moment of exploring these lands, you feel at one with the barren earth. And it's almost like, Scorpio, there's this like particular little trail, okay, I'm hearing head of the trail, that is like no one could find, because you've spent so much time here that you know because of the time you've spent here, because of the intentions that you've set to discover, and I'm hearing rediscover these lands in the way that is very personal to you, okay? I'm hearing it's revealed itself to you, and to you only. So it's like you have this little trail, and you have your little markers that are not visual even. I'm hearing they are picked up by scent. Okay, and Scorpio, right, is known for having a very strong sense of smell. All right, and I'm picking up labradite here, which is a very sort of mystical stone. It speaks to metaphysics. Okay, and my pinky toe and the second to last toe have this sort of it's a feeling of like bending. Okay, pressure. So take it as you will. Left leg, left foot. Okay, last two, pinky toe and toe next to it. Take it as you will, Scorpio, but there's this, I'm hearing the scent of the trail leads you further and farther than the point that no one even knows is the portal for you. Nobody knows it's the portal for you. And they don't need to, Scorpio, I'm hearing, they don't need to understand what this means to you. Because it's your entry point. It's your entrance into these realms, okay? And, right, I'm getting that it's almost like the scent, okay? It's like, it's almost energetic. It's an energetic cue, okay, that forms the call that I'm hearing you listen to, okay, and I'm hearing surrender to. There's another force here, Scorpio, that you acknowledge, okay, you acknowledge absolutely, and it's almost like I'm hearing two strangers dancing in the night, dancing in the dark. It's like once it's day again, whatever you experienced was so otherworldly, so ethereal, where it almost deactivates certain parts of your body. I'm hearing limbic system. Okay, so take it as you will, but where you feel it completely just, I'm hearing disarms you, disarms you. And I'm hearing Plato. Okay, so again, take it as you will, Scorpio, but it almost causes you to question your physical existence. I'm hearing your physical body as the capacitator of such an experience. And it's like this, Scorpio. It's like when you wake up and right, the day comes, it's almost as if it's like, did I even experience that? Was that what I didn't think it was? And so your experiences are on one hand sort of confounding. Okay, they're even philosophical. They cause you to question I'm hearing the greater systems of light. Okay, of speed, the speed of light, something about light speed. Okay, coming through for you, Scorpio, but you are playing with light. Okay, you're playing with light and the light force, and it's a trail that you are following. I'm hearing the scent, something about the scent. Okay, now you're heating, I wanted to say. Okay, Scorpio. And yet again, okay, it's like anomalous. Okay, it's anomalous, and you understand that it's unexpected even to your own sense of literal logical discernment. Okay, and I almost said determination. Okay, so something to do about, and I'm zeroing in on hematite as I say that, something to do about this confounding nature. Okay, and very interesting, we have here this clear crystal quartz and hematite, two very sort of polar natures. Okay, right? If you look at this hematite, it's impenetrable, right? So you could look at it for hours on end, and you can't see through it really, right? It's just reflective. But this clear crystal quartz, on the contrary, is, screen is dimming, let me turn that up. It's transparent, right? So you could see right through it. So where we are grappling with what is clarifying, a source of clarity on one hand, we recognize that it's at the same time not meant to be understood with the sense of clarity that we may normally, right, discern in other parts of our lives. There's something here, I mean, I'm getting that you're coming to terms with these principles, okay, I'm hearing of light, that oversee, okay, the experience altogether. But it's something you're like, this doesn't make sense, and it's not meant to. But it's, what do I do with this? It's, what do I do with this, Scorpio? And in your September reading, right, there was this, I remember this, this almost event, okay, that compelled you, right? It's like compelled you. There was a certain level of expectation, right? Clarity with this sort of not mysterious, almost jolting sort of. I'm hearing high alert, something that catches your attention, okay? But not the attention that's just physical, or I'm hearing virtual, or surface, right, level. It's the attention of, I'm hearing desire, of the desire to know and understand deeper and deeper and deeper what not only you see is happening, but what is causing what you see to happen. And there's a desire to ground these clues almost, right, that you come upon, that feed and feed and feed this dichotomy further. And it's, again, it's a very philosophical sort of energy for you. And so whatever this event, right, may have been or may be, that comes about for a number of you, it stirs you. It stirs you. And so we have here as well the 9 of Pentacles upright, the 5 of Cups, okay? And this is very sort of heavy energy, right? Water and very heavy earth, 9 of Pentacles. It's whatever this sort of weight is, I'm getting from an accumulation of an emotional cycle as it sort of translated itself into the 3rd dimension, whatever sort of past emotional dissatisfaction that you knew. It's not just about, right, this feeling of, I'm hearing lack, okay, sorrow, and I hopefully not, always, hopefully not, but you're coming, it's like, it's not just, it's never been just about this. Yes, it doesn't necessarily feel completely satisfying, but I know that I'm not experiencing this just because. And that is the confounding variable for you in the mix that actually compels you. It's because of this experience and what it's brought with it in both a physical 3rd dimension and realm, and also an emotional one, right, as well. This sort of duality of experience, of perhaps challenge, difficulty, is what sets the impetus to seek more, to seek what it is that you know is waiting for you. Not just weighing you down, but waiting for you on the other side when you understand and you simply surrender to this dichotomy, I'm hearing, of forces. Once this surrender is had, okay, to what has been the anomaly, and the only action, right, I'm hearing is up, and at the same time, surrender, okay, surrender. So, and it's very interesting because you have this 2 of Wands pointing down to the 9 of Pentacles and the 5 of Cups, right, so it's, and very, very, very interesting because then you have Judgment, right, depicted as a bird in free flight, right, almost zip-lining up from this weight, okay, and it's this effect almost of like an air balloon, right, that has a sort of anchor, an anchor. And so there's this transmutational quality, okay, to whatever this I'm hearing this weight has been, this heaviness has been, and it's supercharged in a certain way by the questioning system, and I'm hearing the questioning of values, and I'm hearing morals for a number of you, and what is traditional and what is non-traditional, but not just because it's non-traditional, but because it's my very personal truth, regardless of what that means in any other realm or dimension, right? It's the flight that I am to take, because it's these wings that take me where, right, they were meant to take me. And you're recognizing that your experiences are I'm hearing both a point of contention and of relief. Okay, so there's this release point, okay, when there is the siding with, I'm hearing the faith of why we've experienced them. And so, okay, absolutely, Scorpio, this may, and I'm hearing Capricorn for you as well, and Capricorn got a similar sort of energy that I was mentioning in terms of the transmutational quality of weight. Okay, and specifically the earth element, and right, that is your 9 of Pentacles here as well. So you may want to check out the Capricorn video if you feel that there may be some crossover. If you have Capricorn prominently placed in your chart, your rising, ascendant, or moon sign. Okay, and or if you feel that Capricorn may be involved, which may absolutely be plausible given that you have the Mother of Pentacles sitting right next to Judgment. Okay, you have the 2 of Cups as well. Right, and so you have 3 2s, Scorpio, okay, and so there is, right, yet again, this referencing to polarity, to duality of some kind, and right, with the, I'm hearing the underscape of the emotional realm, okay, deep waters, whatever it is that has been and has surmounted to a point, I'm hearing it's like critical mass, okay, it's like reached capacity emotionally. It's not a matter of where do I let this energy flow out, as I'm hearing outflux, but how do I almost transform from these waters? Right? And it's like, that's the feeling I'm getting, Scorpio. You're recognizing it's not about these necessarily the emotions. It's not about the byproduct of what I've experienced that has caused me a certain sense of dissatisfaction. I have to let go of all of that. I have to completely redefine the paradigm of how I experience what I experience and how my emotions play a role in that, yes. And perhaps, right, I needed to feel the weight of this water on my wings so I would recognize that I'm just meant to fly. And it's that impending weight, yet again, that is almost, it's ironically enough, as, right, however you may take it, is what sends you higher, okay, is what pushes you out of the water. Right, so it's almost like this, and imagining, right, like 2 individuals in this pool, in this lake, okay, and, right, like one, right, you know that game when, right, 2 people are in the water, and one of them, right, holds the seat of the other person, right, their bottom, and they almost pull them down really deeply into the water so that they can launch them up, okay, and it's that feeling of like, oh, I'm sinking into the water, right, but then a few seconds after, you're hurling through the air. It's that kind of feeling. It's like I needed to, right, in order to make the most of this, and not just the most in terms of quantity or, I'm hearing quality, okay, speed either, okay, although I do feel that that's happening. I feel that whatever this launching is, okay, is fast, and I feel that there's momentum, there's a sort of backing behind it, okay, but not only, right, in terms of how much, yet again, but in terms of what I gain as I transform, as I transform my relationship to, I'm hearing space, matter, time, space, values, as I move through it, And it's that, I'm hearing that ever-changing atmosphere, and I'm hearing atmospheric pressure that gives me this insight and this clarity, okay? And so it's almost like this, I'm getting for you, Scorpio, right? For a number of you, this may absolutely be speaking to a partnership, okay, absolutely. Matters of relationships, love, however you deem love. And the screen just went down there again. Okay, sorry about that, Scorpio. Let's just make sure that we are recording. Yes, we are recording. Okay, that's good to know. So, Two of Cups, right? Mirroring this judgment. This is the feeling I'm getting for you. It's almost like, right? It's like the sign on the door. Be back in 10, right? Gone to the grocery shop. Like it's a lightheartedness with which you, but yet an impending nature, but almost an impulsivity with which you leave. I'm hearing you leave on sight. You leave on sight. So I'm hearing that so that you can set your sights. Okay, so I'm feeling that there is this sort of I'm hearing both at the same time, this entry point and this exit point from this situation where you're like, I need the time to think, I need to understand, I need to grapple with, in a very philosophical way, very, very, very philosophical way, Scorpio. I need to seek more, I need to seek further, and right, it's like a launch. Okay, it's like a rocket launch. That's the feeling I'm getting for you, Scorpio. Now, there may also be, or an individual who is associated with the Cancer archetype, okay? And or whatever this relationship or concept of partnership is that you're involved in any sort of way, it may be related to the home, okay, as well. There may be a form of home life that is under transition, I'm hearing, under review. And for a number of you, there may be a child involved in this. Okay, there may be a child involved in this. There may be financial resources, I'm hearing, attached to it in a certain way. But whatever it is, Scorpio, in whoever it is, okay, you're taking your time. I'm hearing to make time. To make time. You're taking your time to make time work for you. And there's an emphasis on a desire not only to live, okay, I'm getting that, not only to live and to pass time, but to make the most in terms not of, yet again, quantity, not quantity, but in terms of every moment that we experience. What do I take from it? How do I live in such a way where what I'm experiencing, I'm understanding, not as a fleeting moment, not as simply momentary, but as a continuous source, I'm hearing, of enlightenment. Okay, so there's a greatly philosophical nature for you here, to your energies, Scorpio, during this time. And it's, yet again, it's like I feel that a decision is being made, and it may absolutely have to do with the physical home, okay, and financial resources as well. But whatever this, I'm here for you again, entry and exit point. It's not that you feel I'm leaving, I'm hearing on site. I'm not just leaving, I'm not just translocating, okay? I am ascending. I'm not just moving, I'm ascending. And it's first and foremost in terms of awareness of where I've physically been moving and or emotionally been moving. So I'm seeking, okay, the light of discernment, I'm hearing yet again, of my values, my value systems. I'm taking the time to understand what time means for me, what experiences mean for me, and why I'm having the experiences that I'm having as an individual. Okay, and so you're taking the time for that, Scorpio. It's a very sort of personal, private sort of essence here, okay? And I feel that, let's take a few more cards for you, specifically on this Judgment card, and see what comes through. Okay. Now, you have here the Son of Swords upright, the Son of Wands upright. Interesting. Both looking at each other. Both, there's an antagonistic sort of nature here to these two cards. The Three of Swords in reverse, the Eight of Cups upright. There you go. You have absolutely, right, this focusing on this dimension of the emotion. I'm hearing the emotionality, okay, the emotions. And how it's, I'm hearing been contra, okay, contra the bearings. I'm hearing bearings and workings of the intellectual rational mind. How we situate ourselves in certain paradigms of feeling, okay, or how we perceive how we're feeling, our experiences, our emotional experiences, those which may not have been fully satisfying for us. You're recognizing, I need to come to terms with it all, both how I perceive it, okay, how I'm perhaps in a certain way legally, as I may see it, as I may feel it, bound to a certain situation. For a number of you, I'm feeling that. And what that means in relation to the action that I take to capacitate greater, not only motion, movement, transformation, but understanding of it all, of where I've been and why I've been there. So thank you so very much, Scorpio. I hope that this reading was helpful for you. What an interesting reading for mid-September. I'm a Scorpio rising, so I get it. Absolutely, I'm feeling it. But please feel free to check out your rising, ascendant, or moon sign as well. I highly recommend you to tune into those signs that you may have placed prominently in your chart. Specifically your moon, okay, rising, and of course your sun. I know I resonate a lot with my sun, sometimes my ascendant rising as well. So if you don't know your signs, you can click the link below in the description box that I provide, and that will compute them for you. Otherwise, thank you so very much, Scorpio, for tuning into your reading. Have a beautiful rest of September, and I know some of you have been asking if I have any personal services, if I do readings, and I do. I have a website, www.alchemyinu.com, so you can feel free to click that link. It's in the description box that I provide, and that will take you there. All right, thank you so very much again for tuning in, Scorpio. Have a beautiful September, and I'll see you soon. Bye.